Hello, I'm Weston, and this is how our brains trick us. I have to just do this real quick before we begin. Sorry, just a moment. Alright. If you're confused, I'll explain why I did that earlier. So, our brains trick us in many ways, and one of the biggest things that we do is that we make assumptions. For instance, you watching this have all assumed that I'm wearing glasses. I am not. These are broken and empty frames. My real glasses are over here. Now, for that pill thing, you've probably assumed that this is some kind of medicine, something like that. In fact, these are actually M&Ms. So the point is that our brains make assumptions, as you've seen. Our brain has patterns, and if these patterns are broken, then it can be really disturbing. This here is a face. Nothing wrong with it. Why are you freaked out by it? Why is it creepy? Because it breaks the pattern of faces. You see, this is really just a picture of a person with a smile photoshopped to be upside down and somewhat resembles a frown, and because of that, it looks really unnatural. Plus, the color of this image, which is a kind of whitish orange, is something that skin doesn't really look like a lot of the time, unless you're really kind of a freak of a person. So, it's the tone and the image of the picture itself that sets off an alarm in our brain. Humans are social creatures, so we usually like to see faces in someone to socialize with. But in this instance, it breaks a pattern ever so slightly with the frown and the tone. It's something, hang on, what is this? This doesn't look right. And then we want to naturally and instinctively stay away from that. I mean, look at it. I can't deny it looks freaky. That's my mind interpreting something for me. And really, it's just a picture. It shouldn't really be that creepy. We shouldn't not want to look at it. It's just a picture. Overall, as you've seen, our brain has a habit of taking a sense or several senses that we see in nature, or in some cases, in objects that humans create, then combines them, and then relays it back to us, to the part that is able to view these senses. The brain does that for us because that is simply what the brain believes is most efficient in nature, and in nature that usually is. But of course, in a society where we have things like marketing agencies, which are designed to trick us into buying whatever product they're selling, it can actually be a detriment. As an example, there was once an electric car company, which I will not name, which advertised that it had a cleaner and less carbon-heavy car. And to use that as an example, in that commercial, they had a person who just arrived back at their house, and they were driving an electric car from that brand, and there was a polar bear there that hugged the person that was driving the car. And it was kind of this emotional appeal, which is saying, nature will love you if you buy our car. And it's borderline trickery, isn't it? It's saying nature will hug you and nature will love you if you buy our car. And really, those are kind of opposites, aren't they? Buy our car, nature loves you. They're kind of opposites. So, the point of this TED Talk is to show us how our brains can be deceived really easily, especially in an age where our brains are being deceived actively by marketing agencies. Thank you for watching.